Hello, hello. Terminally Online TV here. Welcome to Laughing at the Silly Shit on the Internet, Part 1. And yeah, so basically I just set up this whole channel. I set up my Streamlabs, I set up everything. Rumble account, Twitter account, locals account, because on Rumble you can actually link a locals account. But anyway, this is all very cursory stuff. Um, but you know, I basically pulled the trigger and wanted to start creating content. So the goal of this basically is to be viewer directed, chat sort of influenced live streams where we'll basically just surf the internet for just some of the bullshit, some of the funny shit, some of the stuff that's going on in the world, and we're just gonna have some hot takes, sometimes analysis on sort of the political uh, stuff happening in the political realm of I'm Canadian personally, but I'm very into American politics and the whole dynamics there. And yeah, just basically laughing at Clown World. That's basically what I want to get into. Ideally, though, I want to be live streaming this, making it a very interactive experience where chat can definitely have some influence on sort of what we get up to in these streams. But for now, I'm just basically recording, testing out my video settings, my audio settings. Gonna play this back. Probably gonna upload this one as sort of a memory of the first sort of time I set all this up. It'll be cool to kind of look back on all of this when a year or two from now, and to see where we've gotten to. And yeah, the goal really is to just be able to get to live streams on Twitch or on Twitch on YouTube, where you I think you need 1,000 hours of video watch, so that's going to take quite a while to get to. So I'm definitely going to be putting in the work on these videos, trying to get to that. But I don't know what the requirements are on Rumble for live streaming, so it may be the case that I could stream live right now. But as I have 0 followers, I don't think those lives would do too well. So I think the idea right now is to get a few videos out, basically just browsing Twitter, browsing YouTube, doing some reactions to sort of the shit that's going on in sort of current events and whatnot. I can definitely give my perspective on things going on in Canada, as I'm Canadian, as I said. But I'm very in touch with what's going on in the U.S. as well, as most Canadians, sadly, well, I don't know if you'd say sadly, but most Canadians definitely know a thing or two about the U.S. When it comes to politics and what's going on there, and sort of the political dynamics going on. And yeah, so this is what I like. In my personal time, I enjoy just kind of scrolling through Twitter, watching stuff on YouTube. So I figured, why not make a channel and potentially make this a bit more of an interactive experience, something where people could come together and share what they want me to take a look at, or um, we could all just kind of watch some funny stuff and look at what's going on in the world today. So yeah, that's sort of what I'm doing right now. Twitter is pretty cool. When you onboard, they have an AI basically that you follow one person, and a bunch of the recommendations are sort of related on who you already decided to follow in the list. So I've already got a pretty good list here of people that I follow, just basically 130. I just kept clicking on the recommendations, and you know, does a pretty good job capturing sort of the kind of content or things that I'm expecting to be looking at. It's definitely a good start here. Pretty cool experience sort of onboarding onto Twitter. And already got followed by UA Crypto God. Other words, Tracy D with 8 randomly generated numbers after. That person is definitely real and not a bot. So Elon, don't you dare think that there's bots on Twitter. How could you? Also, how do I have? Yeah, these are all just the bots that don't exist on Twitter that Twitter told Elon Musk that he was crazy about. There's definitely no bots on Twitter, Elon. What are you talking about? It's only 5% of users.
And
we did all these things without raising a single penny in tax on anyone who made less than 400,000 a year.
these things without raising a single penny tax on anyone who made less than $400,000 a year. Not a single penny.
Man, you gotta wonder if he's serious, or if he knows he's lying, or if he's just, if he's just doesn't know any better, you know? Because some of these lies are pretty brazen, right? And it's like, I mean, he has been a politician for his whole fucking life, so that kind of does lend credence to the idea that he's probably knows what he's saying is a lie and just fucking goes for it anyway. Cancel Disney Plus. So this Disney Plus reference, I think Canada's Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland basically had a speech today where a press what's it called? Where the press asked them questions, and she said basically that Canadians are looking at everything they can do to sort of deal with probably inflation. And she talked about how herself, she asked her kids if they even needed Disney Plus anymore. So everybody's trolling her basically on the Disney Plus shit, telling families to get rid of the Disney Plus subscription to deal with inflation. I think I saw this earlier.
There's a tyrant. Facts and common sense are in. Yes, there have been corrupt empires. Yes, they manipulate. Yes, there are secret societies. Yes, there have been oligarchies throughout history. And yes, today in 2002, there is a tyrannical organization calling itself the New World Order, pushing for worldwide government, a cashless society, open.
So I did see this earlier, but it is pretty interesting, so I'll play it out a bit.
Borders, total and complete tyranny, where human beings are absolutely worthless. There's 6.25+ billion of us, and the globalists have said it many times. There's too many of us. We're causing a problem. And it's even convinced along with this that we're intelligent members of society. It's the ultimate Malthus world view. It is this radical, virulent form of social Darwinism. It's the excuse of tyrants. And by creating open borders where there's no national sovereignty and only global bodies.
Man, he was a... So I know a bit of the background from Alex Jones. He was some more, you know, just an independent journalist basically working in Texas. I think he got picked up on some local... I forget his work history, but I know the Waco event in Texas was a very big part of sort of his early career, and basically reporting on the Waco situation. And you know, it's interesting to see some of his old footage like this. And you know, he's pretty well spoken back here, and just definitely nowadays, I think, you know, he's got a character a bit that he's definitely embracing. But you know, he definitely isn't a dumb dude, as many would like you to think.
Of tyrants. And by creating open borders where there's no national sovereignty and only global bodies that control all the resources, by centralizing and socializing health care, the state becomes God, basically, when it comes to your health. And then by releasing diseases and viruses and plagues upon us, we then basically get shoved into their system.
Yeah. I've definitely seen a good amount of his early stuff too. And he's an impressive dude, really. Really impressive. Obviously, got totally fucked over in the recent case, like $1 billion in damages for defamation. Like, that is unheard of.
2020 loves a good
SNL roast Joe Biden and cringe Democratic candidates in flamethrower sketch for 5 minutes straight. I haven't seen this, but I will like this. I kind of want to come back to that and check it out. See what we got going on the Twitter. But yeah, so this is the kind of thing that I you know, I do in my personal time. So you know, I plan to maybe for the videos, like, I don't think this makes for the greatest video format, but what I'm thinking is basically I'll identify some articles and probably just do a deep dive into specific topics to make videos before I get to the threshold where I can live stream. And once I get to the live stream part, it'll be a bit more of a, you know, just kind of surfing the web and Twitter and YouTube and clips and whatnot, and trying to just, comment on things snappy and quickly. And but for now, I think as I start out here, I'll probably need to make videos on specific topics. So I'll identify sort of news stories of the day and just kind of go through some related stuff that I sort of pick out, and some articles, sort of go through some articles and just give some analysis and whatnot. But yeah, so this first video here, I'm just really just testing out the settings on my video and my microphone, and I literally just set everything up within the past hour here, this channel, all of that. So, um, but yeah, for now, let's just it's been live for about 10 minutes now, so I've got I don't really know what the limits are. I know like YouTube, you have like I believe in YouTube there's a recommended sort of sweet spot for how long a video should be, for it to get any sort of traction in the recommended tabs in your home page and whatnot. But anyhow, I'm not gonna worry about that right now, of course. Facebook parent company Meta plans to begin layoff thousands of employees this week. Yeah, Meta went all in on this metaverse play that just like nobody wants to be in the Facebook metaverse. Sorry, Mark Zuckerberg. I don't think that's gonna. I don't think we're there yet. I don't think we want to be in Mark Zuckerberg's created metaverse. I am interested to see where the metaverse sort of evolves, or how that sort of concept of the metaverse evolves. Like right now, I guess you could argue that the biggest sort of organic metaverses are in like Grand Theft Auto servers, or I don't even know. Like I guess like GTA RP servers. But I think the thing with metaverses is like once you can start allowing people to be productive economically, like in the real world economically, be productive in a metaverse, that's when I think we start to see some serious adoption. And that would mean, it's a weird thing to conceptualize, but producing goods or things of value in the metaverse that people have a desire for, even if it's in the metaverse, but they pay, if people are using a currency that has, real world value, like let's say a cryptocurrency, or even if it's tied to their, credit card where they make these transactions, and there's an actual in-game or in metaverse economy, that's when I think you could start to see the metaverse flourish a lot more. I think a lot of things these days are trying to be forced, and there's certain things you just kind of can't force. It's got to kind of happen in a more natural incentive structure sort of way. What is the incentive for somebody to join Mark Zuckerberg's metaverse, right? And once you realize the answer to that question is there is none, you kind of understand a little bit why you've seen this happen in the past year at Meta. Meta prepares to slash thousands of jobs. We saw that. But definitely they just went way too hard on the whole metaverse thing when I just don't think it was the right time or the right way of doing it. 25 new tweets. This is cool. I've made this Twitter account like 20 minutes ago, and I already followed a bunch of people. And we'll definitely be following a bunch more to kind of make it a bit more personalized to sort of the kind of content that I like. I kind of wonder what the story behind Elijah Schaffer leaving the Blaze is. You can't tell me I'm the only one, because like, how do you spell his name? I think there was like an allegation of sexual harassment or something. Like, don't quote me on that, but following an investigation regarding recent personnel matter, employment's terminated for violating company policies and standards. So I don't know if it was necessarily an actual sexual harassment, or it's just like making a guest or a coworker uncomfortable. in a way that could kind of be construed as a sexual manner, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying, but I thought I also saw some subliminal sort of hinting. But and it was also really weird, like the way he sort of like, oh, who the fuck is this guy? Um anyway, it was kind of weird to see the way he, like, Elijah Schaefer acted after that he got dropped from the Blaze. And but it looks like he's kind of hit the ground running in terms of his doing things on his own or whatever he's been doing. Like, you know, he didn't get canceled or anything like that. But I think there's definitely some questions about what what really went on at the Blaze relating to him. And again, I'm not going to make any statements, assertive statements on the matter because I just don't know. I'm questioning what happened, right? Something went down for sure. Guess what's coming next? Football plus Earth plus Binance. I don't really know what that means. Does that mean, like, oops, I don't know why I like that. WCI. It's probably some scammers boosting a shitcoin to the top of the comments. Gotta love Twitter for that. World Cup Inu. WCI. Holy shit. They made a World Cup related cryptocurrency. Talk about like, how is that not a pump and dump when the World Cup is literally an event that's gonna come and go, and they made a fucking coin around it? That's just the stupidest shit. But yeah, so this video obviously isn't super organized. I'm definitely just sort of doing probably what I would do on a regular night here and just kind of scrolling through this shit. And eventually I'll have a bit more thoughtfulness put into my the videos that I do produce until I get to live streams. When I get to live streams, I really want this to be something that is it's a lot more interactive with the chat and stuff, and super chats and rumble chats and whatnot. Gonna be basically looking into the stories that you guys bring up and all that, and we'll sort of make it a bit more informal on those live streams. But for now, I know this has been very informal. Just first video testing a bunch of stuff out, and yeah, so I think I'll wrap it up here. So I do have a YouTube video, Terminally Online TV. You can search that up for the channel. Rumble Terminally Online TV is the channel. And on Twitter, it is actually, if you guys could follow me on Twitter, that'd be great. It is Always Online TV. Unfortunately, this is too long for a Twitter handle. I guess it's a 15 character limit. Anyway, Always Online TV is going to be my handle on Twitter. If I could get some follows over here, that'd be pretty sweet. And yeah, I expect to be making lots of content, trying to make some topical content with what's going on in the world, and breaking down specific stories rather than this free form stuff. And one day we'll be doing these as live streams where we can do a bit more of that free form stuff and get your guys' input on where we take the channel. And yeah, if you guys have comments or suggestions for what you'd like to see in a channel like this that kind of just scours the internet and sort of sees what's going on and comments on it, if you guys have recommendations for how I can approach moving this channel forward in a successful way, I am all ears for that. Please leave a comment on this video. Like the video, give it a rumble. Is it called a rumble? Let me see. If I thumbs up this, they call it a rumble. So let's get those rumbles up. Let's get those likes up on YouTube. Let's get those rumbles up on Rumble. follow me up on both platforms if you could, if you use both platforms. And once again, always online TV on Twitter. And yeah, let's see where we can take this thing. All right, take care.